Well, it's funny, Draconic. Who told Peter? That's a great question. I'll tell you who told Peter. I got notifications on my phone, Pip. I got notifications on my phone that somebody was streaming. Interesting. Interesting that how that happens. Ethan thankfully told everybody. So, yeah, we had some subs. We had some follows. Once again, I think the 8th follow from DM Dave. So thanks Dave for that. But yeah, hi everybody. I don't know. It's been busy. Pip, how have you been doing lately? You been feeling all right? Thanks for banning the bot, Keating Woodwrights. I'll tell once again, DM Dave, thank you so much for the follow, the sub. I'm sure Pip guided you through the ways on how to become, a dungeoneer as you would. But I don't know what's going on with this with Pip today. He's refusing to answer me. I think he's being a little standoffish. You know what I mean? But aside from that, careful cantrip, Peter. Hi, yeah. So funny thing is we're restreaming to YouTube and Twitch, so you can find us on both things. And if you're following us on one and you're not following us on the other, maybe do the thing, because I think we're almost at 1,400 subs on YouTube, which is fantastic. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Thanks, Restream, for telling me that. Ethan, please tell me you got a surprise. Careful cantrip, I'm happy I'm back as well. And thank you so much for having me on your stream with the lovely Maritime Gamer during the Christmas one-shot. It was fantastic. Now, if I could just figure out why this is not working. So let's figure out why this is not working. Okay. Pip, can you tell me why you decided to turn on the stream without me being here? Well, don't worry, Pip is a little slow to the roll today, so I'm all right. You're starting the Tyranny of Dragons campaign at your school club. Fantastic. How are you feeling about that? Are you worried? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Please. So I don't know. So it's weird with Restream.io. It's like the chat is all over the place. So I'm trying to kind of like figure it out. But honestly, it's not too bad seeing it up there. A little nervous. It's a party of 7 people. So just give yourself some time. Give them some time as well to make sure that they're getting their everything they need help wise. Right. Give them time. But also keep in mind, you gotta have a game run in there, you know what I mean? You got to make sure that the combat's going smooth. Let people know who's going to be on deck next, stuff like that, Ethan. But you got it, buddy. You got it. I believe in you. All right.
Pip was in the back room, surrounded by shiny things and bits of treasure. Pip found a particularly shiny button and, being curious, decided to press it. Suddenly, a hidden door swung open, revealing a secret passage. Pip, being both scared and excited, cautiously ventured into the unknown, ready for a new adventure.
So this is the stuff Pip gets up to when I'm busy. Just, pushing buttons and stuff. Just put a big red button in the middle of the room. That should take up at least four sessions. And I think Dave is talking from experience. Are you, Dave? I believe you must be. You must be. But yeah, so what have I been doing from, last, I think it's been like 40, it's probably been actually since the end of September, and it's in the new year now. What have I been doing since then? Well, obviously, if you're on our socials and all that stuff, I had a child. Yes, young Nico. He is asleep today. Oh, he's asleep right now. So I've been, taking care of him. But also I've been doing some light reading. If you don't mind. Look at this. Lovely Lovely, lovely book. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I got some ideas coming up from 2024 that we can figure out and get things done. But if you don't know what this is Shadow Dark. Nico is long resting. I'm hoping he's long resting. It is a beauty. It is an absolute beauty. The art in it's very classic, old school style. And but this is definitely if you haven't read up on Shadow Dark, it is definitely a adventure where you bring a few extra characters, okay? Because you're gonna need them. You're definitely gonna need them. But yeah, let me see. Actually, I'm gonna double check this right now because Pip just started doing all the live streaming over here. I'm just gonna test. Could someone do me a favor and go over to the YouTube and the YouTubes? Maybe hit the like button if you're there, and maybe type in the chat. I just want to see if it works right now, because I just want to make sure everything's been set out correctly. But yeah, what a dad thing to say. It is a dad thing to say. Sorry, where we left off. They were fighting 9 kobolds. You're saying this in front of my kobold son. My kobold son. You got to be careful. Don't upset him, okay? Trying to chat with Nada Alias. That was my nickname in high school. Yeah, finally a deadly game. Absolutely. Thank you so much, champions of the table. And thank you so much, Knights of Silver Moon D&D. Well, wait a second. Sorry, I'm just looking at our Discord chat, and I'll tell you, one of our Dungeoneers is living life great. Got the stream up. Thank you for that. And playing Baldur's Gate, which is fantastic. Peter, how's my sanity? My sanity is it's doing all right. It is illegal, DM Dave. And you know, I'm taking this shot so other people can take the shot as well. If we get banned, I'll fly to Dan Clancy's house and I'll cry. I feel like that's probably the best method. Just be like, please, no, give it back to me, man. But sanity levels are dropping. But with sanity comes great ideas, because what have I been doing aside from that? Well, I'll give you a little preview, okay? A little preview. And I'm not going to show anything there. But we've made a race. And I'm hoping that if, you know, when we get to campaign or arc 2, someone might play it. I hope. Let's just say it's very forest related. And you'll see more than, oh yeah, sorry, species. Species. Yes, you're right. Your finals start Wednesday, and hopefully it's a snowy day tomorrow. Yes, so if you're in the eastern border here, get some. I got some salt because snow is coming today. So be careful, y'all. But yeah, I've been like really diving into world building. And I was trying to figure out throughout the time, like, I kind of want to create some races, because I'm not too sure. Anti that Scolio. Oh, right. Sorry. I don't have the redemptions here, so I got to figure out a way how that'll show on chat here. A lot of stuff to figure out when you're doing the restreaming. But so far, I mean, how does the quality look? Is it okay? I hope it's okay. You're in the west of the mids. All right. Yeah, it's cool. But as I was saying, sorry, my I'll tell you right now, my mind is like going in different areas, because, you know, you're like, I gotta wash bottles, but I also gotta like live and sleep. Good. Well, because, you know, it's not streaming in 720. It's streaming in 720 through Restream. You can only do 2 on the free account. I don't want to pay right now. No way, no how. Make Dragonborn great. So we have made Dragonborn great via the Komodan dynasty. I think I mean, it sounds terrible, but it would make sense that a dragonborn society would be in a kind of like a somewhat of a caste system. But during my time off, I was watching a lot of world building videos and a lot of stuff from, I mean, who were some people that I was actually checking out that I could give you a look at. 1 second. So like Hello Future Me, that's a great world builder. Reason being is like sometimes when you're world building, you got to look at it in the sense of storytelling. And so I had to go look through the way of through writers, how they world build, because I kind of want to build up my world like that as well. They make you stream in 720p. I think I cringed. I cringe all the time. I'm the cringe master, right? Pip, are you a cringe master? Let me tell you, folks, Pip is just, I think, a little upset that I took the spotlight from him. But yeah, so today I thought like we could talk. I kind of want to catch up and talk TTRPGs. I kind of want to catch up and talk, I don't know, the future of the channel. Catch up and talk with all of you. And I'm very happy that you guys came out to chat. He does miss me. He does. I mean, I left him in the garbage most of the time. 1080p Peter is just as good as 180p is just as good as 1080p Peter.
Well, Pip isn't sure what a cringe master is, but Pip doesn't want to be a master of anything cringe-worthy. Pip just wants to find shiny things and have fun adventures.
Well, Pip is getting on to some adventures. He was before we had to somewhat part ways, he was talking about going on an adventure, and we'll figure out what that's gonna mean. Bro, I miss talking to you since you got busy with life. Yeah, life, my friend, life does happen. But we're here now, we're having a good time. I don't know exactly what capacity we're going to be in right now when it comes to D&D. Right now it's been good. When I mean like streaming and stuff and content creation, it's been good. I've been very thankful that Nico has been relatively relaxed, right? Knock on wood, he's a baby still. He'll definitely cry and scream as much as he wants, but he, for the most part, it's been good, and I've been able to kind of free up my time, kind of get my bearings again. But at the same time, I want to bring good stuff to you all, right? Not just me. I know there's the rest of the cast too, and but over here it's just me kind of running the setup, right? And me kind of dictating the content, and not it's just there's some stuff we got to work out, got to figure out, but I don't think we're gonna go away. We're just gonna figure out what the next year is gonna look like for us. Play offline if you aren't already. So I had talked about playing offline. There's like a personal game with Simon, the art guy, and his fiance and my wife. Once that kind of goes on again, to kind of get back into it. I feel like I haven't DM'd a bit. I was thankful enough to be on Careful Cantrips and Brandon the DM's Cantrip Cast, their 2 one-shots just after Christmas, which were fantastic. Nate, Maritime Gamer over there, did a fantastic job, and Brandon, was the first time sitting down with Brandon the DM and playing the quest system, which the quest system, honestly, if you're looking for like a narrative based, just kind of like, this is what we do, there's very little die rolls, and it's very much a collaborative storytelling effort, Quest is something you want to check out. And that's actually free. You can go on the Quest website and just get the PDF. It's free. If you want to buy the books, you can as well. Cantrip Cast, damn, they've got they do got hella nice overlays. They really do. I heard that if you pour liquor on your gums, it makes you stop crying when you're it actually, Dave, that's from testing, and that I definitely agree with that. That's definitely worked. But yeah, the plan for this next little bit is just kind of finding our footing for D&D with me. Maybe, and there are some things in the works, some things that, you know, we don't want to necessarily spoil. Oh my god, I just got cursed. What just happened? Careful Cantrip actually got overlay of the year. Pre-announcement when? There is a pre-announcement. There was a little bit of a spoiler pre-announcement actually just now. I won't tell you where or when, but yeah, something's coming. Because I don't know if you read the news when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, but Dungeons and Dragons hasn't been doing so hot, and there's some fantastic TTRPGs out there. All right, there's Shadow Dark. I'm looking at my my bookshelf right now. There's Shadow Dark. There's the Avatar, Avatar Legends. There's Morkborg. There's the One Ring. I don't know if I just mentioned that. And there's Quest, and there's all the, and then there's the MCDM, Matt Colville DM book, which looks great. Yeah, Hasbro has definitely been doing not great things. You recently purchased Dungeons of Drakenheim. I might look into that. Dungeons of Drakenheim. Actually, you know what? Props. Shout out to Dungeon Dudes, Canadian guys from Toronto, and they're really making it happen. You know, big shout out to them. How they laid off 11,000 people, which mostly have been working on. Yeah, I don't know. You know, when you don't sell enough Play-Doh, the next thing that makes sense is just, you know, lay off people. But lay off people from your successful brand. But anywho, there's stuff coming out which I don't know, like 5e 5e.5 or whatever it is, or 5.5e. I don't know what it's gonna look like. So yeah, I don't know. The next year I kind of want to shape up and explore different things, and definitely probably going to start with Shadow Dark and kind of move into that. But that being said, the world of Aslos is not changing, right? I would like to make the world that we play and tell our stories in to be system agnostic, right? You can kind of go from one to the other. Never realized they were Canadian. They are Canadian Draconic. They were actually at Gen Con. I didn't get to talk to them in any way, shape, or form other than sit in on one of their panels, which was a fantastic time. Wait, Keating, are they? I don't. Well, see, Ethan, that's Mattel. Mattel owns Barbie. Hasbro owns Play-Doh, board games and stuff like that. I don't know. I did not know that, Keating, because I mean, little spoiler, because I don't think it's a spoiler, but I grew up there. I grew up in there, so interesting, very, very interesting. Oh, Mattel is a branch of Hasbro. Did not know that, Ethan. Thank you for telling me that, buddy. But yeah, so aside from that, you know, Pip, we'll bring you back later, okay, buddy? Thank you. But yeah, so I don't know. I've been feeling weird. I think, and a lot of people have been feeling weird. And you got like this. It's just controversy after controversy with them. If I remember correctly, Matthew Lillard is making his own game system and has a whiskey brand of D&D classes. Reds, you're right. The whiskey brand from the D&D classes, like I think there's Paladin and stuff. But, you know, let's maybe see if we can get a look at that. Matthew Lillard whiskey. Quest End whiskey. I have to verify my date because, you know, not as old as time. Let me tell another website how old I am. Okay. I am human. Thank you. So let's you know what? Let's go over to the old monitor. All right. So yeah, this is actually the whiskey brand that Reds was talking about. And it's called Quest Ends Paladin. I think he's working on some other ones, right? But I think this is all sold out now, which is quite interesting. The whiskey shoppy. Once again, let me verify my birth date. I don't want you all knowing my birth year, all right? Because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you look a lot older than that," and I'll be like, "You're absolutely right." Okay, thank you. True. So, sold out. I just want to know how much this is. Okay, $204. Who wants to go splits on me with that? I get the feeling Peter was born in 1986. Close, but not 100% close. Okay, yeah, but B-Town, how are we going to, you know, split that together? Right? I mean, but look at it. It's a bourbon whiskey, all right? You'll split, and then Reds, that's even more difficult for us. 204, yeah, like, is it, what do we got going on here? Due to our premium design and bottle elements, Paladin +1 will not arrive until the spring. So I guess, oh, they're making another version? Interesting. Here, let me give us some just a nice little note read. Experience the first chapter in a series of limited edition super premium whiskeys for the discerning adventurer. Selected and blended from existing aging stocks by an award-winning master blender alchemist Ale Ocha. This super premium whiskey has notes of vanilla and fruit in keeping with the noble aims of a paladin, with an undercut of spice to reflect their fighting spirit. It's a fighting spirit in one way or another, you know what I mean? Get a few in me and... How old is it? It does not say how long it's barrel aged. 8 years for sure. What if it tastes like garbage? I don't know. Then we're out $204. A Paladin's Oath, tall, well. Oh wait, sorry. This is someone reviewing it, so we're gonna do it from a different voice. A Paladin's Oath, tall, well-bodied, and aged beautifully. That's just my review of Matthew Lillard. Come on. Grow up. Hey. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. I think vanilla does sound like paladins, because let's be honest, they're a very boring class. But it's overpriced on the brand. Unless, if anyone is watching, Matthew Lillard, please send me one. I'd love it. I'd love it. I did see Matthew Lillard at Gen Con. It was fantastic. But yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the analytics there, just to see if it's still working. It's working. But if you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like, because no one's gonna find us. But anyways, I wanted to show you something I'm working on today. Something I got into. I was trying to learn Notion. Notion is kind of like a wiki style. A wiki style thing, like kind of note keeping. I'm terrible at explaining it today. Quitter talk. But someone, and I'm actually going to be doing, spoiler, I'm going to be doing a review video on this very soon. I got reached out to by the creators of Lorekeeper. It's a D&D 5e note keeping app, but you can use it for anything, right? But this, my friends, I think is a new way of me approaching my note keeping and also my world building, because of the way things are in this is actually pretty well put together. So like the base one itself, you know, this is what it looks like normally. You can start customizing it and everything. I'm in a polka dot dress with a crop knit sweater over it. I'll have you know. You're a dainty lady. Fantastic. Fantastic. I might need this for myself and my players. So I think only one person needs to buy it. I can confirm for that, Reds. And Reds, just wait, because I might have something going on with that, another pre-announcement, where someone could either win a copy or get a discount on it. Okay, so just give me a little bit when the video gets out, and we'll talk. All right, but yeah, so this is very much, this is like the main page here, right? Yeah, YouTube, listen to my outfit. Yeah, suckers, listen to her outfit. Exclamation mark Discord or socials. I don't remember what it has been a while. Get that sponsor cash. Yeah, I don't know. But this is your main area here. You actually got like a nice little dice roller and everything here, which my fat head is blocking. You know, we rolled a 1 on our D12. It's cool. Clear it. It's nice. You can kind of look at your resources here, which is your world details, which I've actually started to change into my world building there. Say, OnlyFans, Jesus. We got some random tables, but what I really do like about this, and I'll dive in and show you, like I've made Pip a commoner here. Do you want me to zoom in? Does it work better than, oh god, brain went proof world? So I've tried World Anvil. I really have. I haven't formed enough of an opinion on this one as of yet. Knights of Silver Moon. I do think there is a learning curve when it comes to a wiki-based learning system, which is World Anvil. But sometimes I feel like I didn't give it enough of a fair shake. You know what I mean? Only Peters. I don't know if we're gonna have an only Peter. I don't think the wife would support that. We'll see though. But anywho, this doesn't look as intense as, and yeah, so you're right. You're absolutely right, Knights of Silver Moon. So this one's pretty easy, right? Like you have Pip, and they have a bunch of characters that they put in here to kind of show you how to do it. So I made Pip, tagged him as a commoner because that's what he is. Armor class, HP, and then I also made related to adventurers and quests. So I have a quest here, which is from, you know, the last episode of the Crystal Arc, which is infiltrate the Lich's compound and get Pip. And you can kind of put pronouns, related locations, and treasure, and that is all like filtered in by this, right? You like, so you have two different views: the default view, You can clearly tell I haven't been in front of a camera in a while, because yeah, boy is struggling. But yeah, so you have all these things kind of set up, and then you can have your player characters, which we have our player characters in here too. There's a bunch of different ways to look at it. Who has the skills and proficiencies? You have Shield, Orsina, Tobias, Cypher, Borok, and Chloe Hawksale, whoever that is. It's great if you have every single detail with your stuff, but connect things. So I'll show you, Aaron. Well, sorry, I just spoiled your name. But let's have this, okay? We have our quest tracker, essentially, our adventure tracker. And what's nice is once you buy this, you can just duplicate it and make multiple versions of this. It'll take a long time to open, though, I'll tell you. All right, so I made a quest, and here's the quest. It's get Pip, right? Let's open it up. The tags, not started. I can change it to being started, completed, or in progress. The type, I can put in the type there. You know, rescue, fetch quest, boss fight, blah, 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 blah. Related quests. So you can actually start putting in related quests, prerequisite quests. So once you go into the Crystal Lich's compound, you will get the Get Pip quest kind of thing, right? Night B-Town, thank you once again, buddy, for coming out. Really appreciate you. No worries, Reds. Have a good night. Wait, no, I thought it said good night, B-Town. No, B-Town, you're still here. Stay here. B-Town, look at the screen. Don't take your eyes off the screen. Don't take your eyes off the screen. But anywho, yeah, so it's very neat, and I'm still learning the ins and out of it. You can put the locations in, you can put treasure in, you know, healing corn, short sword, ring of animal influence, stuff like that. Yeah, B-Town, it is dad brain, 150%. So what a lovely thing is they have like some pre-made documents for session 0. You have your skill challenge planner, which I have get Pip out alive, and that's related to the get Pip out quest kind of thing. I have an inspiration table. This is what they fill in kind of thing. This is where you have your session notes, right? I made this when we were starting the final episode of the Crystal Arc, right? But what I'm trying to do and what I want to work on is actually take that and use it as a kind of a compendium for Aslos, because, you know, you can make world details, right? You know, you have your first town. I obviously put our map in there, but the idea is that with some finagling around, all the world details will be under the, you know, adventures. Well, I keep adventures off to the side, but like locations would be in the world details, treasure would be in the world details, etc., 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 etc. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna work on building out Dracera. It is nice, honestly. I'm gonna put chat over here because I feel like it gets in the way of all this stuff, and then I'll have to move it around again because your boy doesn't know what to do with this. But yeah, if you're joining for the first time though, I'm Peter from D&D with me, so lovely to see you, and hope you're doing well. But yeah, let's jump in. Let's do some world building as Pip made it out to be, and kind of let's just chat. But give me a second. I need some water, really. I do. So here, I'm gonna get a good old friend here to come in and chat with us, okay? Well, he's probably in his room. I will be right back. I gotta get a drink. Pip, be good while I'm gone. I swear.
Once upon a time, in a dark alley behind the thirsty goblin, Pip found a shiny trinket. It glittered like the stars, and Pip's heart danced with delight. But, oh no! A grumpy cat appeared, hissing and swatting. Pip, being a clever kobold, tried to befriend the cat with a piece of raw meat. The cat, however, wasn't impressed. Undeterred, Pip embarked on a quest to find more treasures, avoiding grumpy cats and learning that not every shiny thing is worth the trouble. And so, Pip's adventures continued. A tiny kobold in a big, shiny world.
Well, thanks, Pip. Thank you for that. Yeah, so yeah, let's get to world building. I hope you're doing well over here. I am, yes, this is my alter ego, El Barbo, as I've been called in many arenas. This is El Barbo. Oh, if you're wondering who this is, El Barbo Does the face okay, so hold on, my friend. Hold on. The face ID always works for El Barbo. You hear me? I've come down with a drop before. Do you know what that is? Do you know what this is? An elbow drop. Yeah. And I can come from the top ropes. Ready? Here we go. Don't try this at home. Jealous? You jealous much? See that? I left this way and I came back this way. Is that insane? That's the speed you're talking about with El Barbo. The speed you get with El Barbo. El Barbo, the only weakness El Barbo has is no weakness, actually. Surprise. Surprise, surprise. That weakling Peter left. And I stepped in. I stepped in. What are you going to do about it? That's right. Nothing. Pip, do you want to fight El Barbo? So, DM Dave, thank you for bringing that up. El Barbo is like a mongoose and a cheetah put into one thing.
Oh, Pip understands. Sometimes, silence is as golden as the shiniest treasure. What would Pip and Peter be doing now?
Pip, you are mistaken. This is El Barbo. So, sorry, where were we? So El Barbo had to show himself because El Barbo needed to fight in this world building. I am a fool. And
Pip's apologies. Pip's perspective is a bit limited. You see? How may Pip assist you? El Barbo?
El Barbo, I've come to invite Pip on to a wrestling match. Pip, are you down to go into a wrestling match with me against a dragon? I think I scared him. I heard that since El Barbo was born, roundhouse related deaths having... So, this is... El Barbo has fought valiantly to get this kind of corrected, right? It's not really the roundhouse that gets them, it's the wind before the roundhouse.
Pip is not much for wrestling,
hold on.
especially with dragons. Dragons are big and scary. Pip prefers to stay small and out of trouble. Maybe Pip can watch from a safe distance and cheer you on instead?
Pip, why Peter keeps you around, I'll never know, but El Barbo will defend you with his life. Anyways, as I was saying, my friends, yes, there is a lot of aggression here, and El Barbo, you know, this is the first time he's been on stream, I believe, but he's excited to be here. He's excited to be here. I heard that El Barbo arm wrestled in an apartment building once.
Pip
Yeah, and
is
won.
lucky
Yeah, I
to
did.
have a defender like El Barbo. Even though Pip is small
It's
and timid,
El Barbo.
it's nice to know there are friends who would stand up for Pip. Thank you. El Barbo!
No problem, El Barbo. El Barbo. You gotta watch out, or else the cobras will get you. The Sorry, El Barbo has a touch of the consumption. But it's okay.
Oh! Pip is feeling safer already with such strong defenders like you around.
Yep. The old tuberculosis picked it up in, here's another thing about El Barbo. Time traveler. You ever think about that? Does that blow your mind? I've been... Name a time. Name a time. Do it. I'll tell you right now. Been there. Before you even name the time. I've been there. I've been there. Yeah, been there. 12, 13, 11. All of them. When you're with El Barbo... Yeah, damn is right. Dave? Damn is right. I heard El Barbo picked an apple from an orange tree and made lemonade. Yeah, I did. And guess what? I made the lemonade, and when I drank it, it turned into a watermelon. Think about that. It's physically impossible, but El Barbo makes it happen. El Barbo makes it happen. Think about that. Hashtag El Barbo makes it happen. I don't know what to tell you. But, I guess, heard El Barbo is 6 months behind on child support. Okay. I don't know who let this negative Nancy in here, this naysayer, as you would, but El Barbo is not behind on any child support. And if Nancy wants to talk like that, then Nancy and I will be in court. Okay? Okay? El Barbo's gotta go. Okay. What happened there? Whoa. Guys, I blacked out. Pip, did El Barbo show up again? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. El Barbo, these last few days, look at the line it's left. Oh, man.
Yes. El Barbo is here again, ready for whatever adventures may come.
Pip, Peter is back. El Barbo's gone. Honestly, it is a skull cap. But I have no response to that.
Oh. No. Where did El Barbo go? Pip hopes he's okay.
El Barbo went into the wind. Now it's just you and me, Pip. You know, B-Town, you might be right. You might be right. It's actually indented. But, hey. Let's go back to world building instead of doing stupid stuff. Sometimes I wonder, why don't people take me seriously?
Oh. It's just Pip and Peter now. What should we do? Pip likes talking to Peter.
Don't be such a suck-up. This guy, honestly.
Pip was just being honest. No sucking up. Promise.
Okay, Pip. You know what? I love you. I appreciate you, buddy. But let's talk later, okay? Pip do have that Riz tonight, though, don't he? I just you know, sometimes when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's what they say in the place like this, you know. So let's start making our new folder for Drosera, and then let's start make our, which Drosera, you can see it right here, hombre. So if you're new to D&D with me and the Crystal Arc and all of the stuff, Aslos is my homebrewed world. Vemain is built out completely. Eopella, which is the kind of Mediterranean inspired continent, is built out, I would say, about 80%, and Drosera is the next place I'm kind of starting, because I think personally maybe we'll do something in Drosera, because I have some ideas for Drosera when it comes to one little place called the Domain of Venthana, which to you, everyone's here is like, what is this? I don't understand. The Domain of Venthana is a lovely place where Orsina came from. It's like kind of like a group of druids. So we have that there. But you know, it's funny because I've seen other streamers talk about this before. I'm gonna talk about it too. Sometimes world building, it's not that fun. It's not that innovative. This is why I have been feeling like to do stupid stuff lately on stream, because frankly, you know, I'd love to hear what you all have to think, by the way, because I'd love to try and make things more interesting and more fun for you all as well. But I want to make sure that I'm enjoying it too, you know, if I'm here on my Monday nights, right? And I appreciate you all coming out and supporting and being fantastic people that you all are. But yeah. Anyways, maybe one day we'll play Baldur's Gate with Pip and make Pip make a character or something like that. A Council of Dragons, like the Chroma Conclave Draconic from Critical Role. Is that what you're talking about, my friend? I like whatever you do, Peter. Don't kill my character. I won't. I did kill one of them. Well, we did kind of that together. But okay, let's start because I got to start transferring stuff over, and we're gonna kind of be working out this together. So let's add let's add a thing here. So let's call it we'll put a template in. So you can actually put all these templates in and all that stuff. Less evil, more doesn't do anything. I kind of think that'd be cool for Eopella. Or maybe we have a bunch of dragons that get together from different continents to go in there and talk. But I feel like we're going to make a doc for Drosera. We're going to make a doc for Vemain. We're going to make a doc for Eopella. And then within there, we'll put in the factions and the areas within there. Like a barbershop quartet. Yeah, all the chromatic dragons get together and sing, "My dolly lies over the ocean. My dolly lies over the sea." You know, stuff like that. And I just realized I did not even post, or Pip didn't even post on Instagram that we were live. So I'm just gonna put that here and say, whoops, forgot to say we were live. It's my first time back. Thanks. But here, while I'm doing this, you see how much of a professional show we have here? And people wonder, Peter, why? I don't know. Get a call. Okay, we're back at it. So we're gonna make a wiki. We're gonna get this template, as they would say. Template's gonna be made, and we can see that it's in here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rename this to Drosera, which which I believe I spelled it correctly. Sometimes I forget that I spell it like this. So Drosera, and actually the cool thing is you can actually change the icon. I'll probably make all these custom icons and stuff, but I don't know. Today, let's make it a leaf, because why not? Here, we'll make it a leaf. We'll make it a green leaf. Or no. Drosera, we'll just make it like a world first. Or let's make it a passport. Let's make it a fun little passport, huh? And then within Drosera, hey, would you look at that? dndwme just posted that they're live on Twitch. I posted that forever ago, Draconic. And hey, folks, if you want to look at content on Instagram, !socials. Hey, and I once again, because we're trying to build up that YouTube. If you're on the YouTube, hit that like button. Leave a comment. Tell me how stupid my bald head looks. It's fine with me. Okay? Thanks. So we've made a wiki page, which essentially this is what a wiki page is as well, right? Looks exactly the same, I think. You know what we're going to do, actually? We're going to delete this again, because Peter is terrible. We're going to copy, paste this. It's going to take a second, because it's probably got a lot of information to put in here. Duplicate. Give it a sec, because it's going to take a second. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put that in there. And we don't need the setting. We don't need the secrets. So perfect. Cool. We got this. We're going to put that in here. And we're going to call this Drosera. And then I'll put the continent. I'll just change the picture here. After, and we'll change this color to, I don't know. Drosera, we'll change it to black. Or it already was black. And then we'll just get rid of, within the world details section, we'll get rid of these two things. Oh, would you look at that? Control click opens it in a new tab. But it's cool, like, because if you're a journeyman world builder, exactly, B-Town. If you're a journeyman world builder, you're gonna want, or an entry level world builder is what I'm trying to say. And it's gonna walk you through making your first town, which I didn't have when I was world building back in the day, you know. But this is the same advice that I would give anyone who's looking to start. I've kind of painted myself into a corner where I've world built one town, Burkton, which Shield's from, and I've built it out, right? I've continued to build it out further and further and further, to a point where it's like, well, you know, Matt Mercer does it in a video. It's like, okay, well, you have the town. What's the town do? Who's in the town? Who opposes in the town? Are there little interesting world arguments that you have in there? Okay, we'll now have do they supply capital? So that's literally what I came up with, was just my first town, and then the kingdom that they serve, which is the Huldremian kingdom. Yeah, and we kind of went from there on that. So pretty cool, pretty neat. But right now we don't need this. And we don't need this. I'm probably gonna be, you know, off stream, take and build Vomane and all that in there as well, to kind of go through and start with that. So I actually am gonna add pages here. It's a lot easier to do. Add another page, and we're gonna call this factions. You can see it makes the page within there, and then within that page as well, so I'll just type in here this is the factions within Drosera. Now we have one faction that we already want to make, so it's pretty cool. Another page within here, we're gonna make the domain of Venthana. The Council of Vistratus. Do you know me? Information on the domain of Venthana. So, I did want to make a point of saying, while I was watching this information, while I was watching these like world building videos, I got a great sense of scale when it comes to like world building, and also the big thing of, if you don't have a name for something, don't worry about it. Okay? Like, just put a placeholder name in there. I have, like, because most of my work lately has been done from the phone, so I've been doing it from here and just typing things in, going like, all right, this and that and this and that and this and that. Placeholder name for capital city, name for this person, and I hope one day I can kind of bring that in and translate it to more of a TTRPG, GM, DM, whatever you have it, viewpoint, because they come in from a writer's standpoint. And I think actually DM Dave said it on Sunday when he was doing his little stream there. You're not writing a book, homie. You know, you're just building the sandbox that the players play in. So this is a great kind of area to start off and go from there. But yeah, so we have the world details. I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need it. We don't need it. We're going to delete that. We're going to delete that. It's very intuitive from what I've seen so far, which is fantastic. It actually has a download too. So if you share this with people, they can download the maps and all that stuff. So be careful. I said that. I think you did say that. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have both said that multiple times. It's like, if you're going to write a book, or if you're going to play D&D, don't write a book. Because, and I'll give you, here's, hey, story time with DM Peter. Getting close. The story for Shield. Shield being the Warforged. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have never seen people get so angry and so upset when it came to talking about to watching our short on, you know, fighting a lich and doing like the rule of cool. But anyways, I digress. But maybe we'll explain that one day in a video. But Shield came from a town called Burkton. That was my first town I built, and I had a whole kind of idea how Burkton was built. And then in comes John wanting to build Shield, and we made a whole story, and I had to be like, okay, no, actually, Shield formed Burkton. And I rewrote the whole story, the whole history from there. Yeah. Shield's obituary it was very, very sad. It was, Ethan. I mean, if you watch the last episode, you can see me literally crying so much. People upset on the internet. Yeah, and they are upset. It's the worst. It is absolutely the worst. Sorry, I gotta make sure that we're all good here. Just double checking something. I'm just making sure that we're all good on the back end here, because guess what? I get no notifications on anything. See, like, for instance, I didn't see that Draconic Skull gave Pip a coin. I didn't get a water me thing. I didn't see that DM Dave followed again for the same time. I didn't get a posture check. I didn't get a Pip coin thing. I didn't ask Pip a question from Maritime Gamer. DM Dave resubbed. B-Town resubbed. I appreciate it. There was a hype train? What? Well, thank you. Yeah, I was crying too. And no, but this is the point, John. This is a story played with players. You can't just be so stuck in your ways on like what to do next kind of thing. You capiche, my dear friend? You capiche? So let's add a cover. So the cover for the factions are going to be this. And if you really want to get it like kind of built up like this, you have to kind of change the format here. You've given Pip total 3 coins. I will make sure he gets that. Thank you. There was what? Sorry, Ethan. My mind's all over the place today, buddy. I think I had to change the page type. Anyways, we'll figure the rest of that out as time goes on. We're going to make the domain of Venthana a leaf. I think I made it as a purple leaf on the map, so we're going to make it a map. There was a hype train. It says there was, at least. Yeah, there was a hype train an hour ago, so thanks for everyone who... We got level 1. I appreciate that so much. But yeah. Anyways, so let's go back to the world building stream, which we keep obviously just jumping from. But yeah, so if you're making things for the domain of Venthana, let's add another thing. I think what's happening here is that we need to put in a... It's obviously such riveting stream stuff. I'll figure out why this is not working. But anyways, I have a bunch of stuff that we're actually going to bring over from world building in the domain of Venthana, which is from our Google Drive, which, to be honest, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to bring everything over from Google. So these are all the notes that we actually did from a previous world building stream that we can all kind of work in from there. So we'll click into the domain of Venthana. Boom, we're here. And let's just start pasting things. Okay. Bring stuff in. Change some names to kind of make it more easier to pronounce and work on, honestly. But we'll figure it out from there. Okay. So, and spoiler, this might be the next region that the games, the players will be playing in, which makes me very excited. So here's the thing, though. I can actually tag in. So let's just say I want to put in someone. I want to link something here. I can actually link in Pip. See? I can actually click that and it'll take me to Pip. Like, isn't that wild? The linking here? So good. So good. Anyways. So what I'm going to do, though, eventually, the plan is that if I'm, session planning through here, I'll type in this and then, like, I think it's just /link and then link to page, and you want to put in, whatever, right? Obsidian has that too. Okay, see, I didn't know that, Draconic. I don't know how exactly I found Notion, but I was just kind of looking for alternatives, and I think this was just the first one that showed up that really impressed me. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so you can see here, I kind of talked about the aesthetics, the inspiration, very like nature first, building second. So a lot of living within the woods, large sprawling forests, like Appalachian. I've gotten trouble. So I had someone I know someone who was from North Carolina, or sorry, who was living in North Carolina, and they told me that it's not Appalachian, it's Appalachian. But I found out that's a southern term. Appalachian is the southern term. Appalachian is more of a northern term. So anyways, so this is going to be your style guide, essentially. You have your aesthetics, you have the people, landmark myths, and important entities. And then if there's conflict, which we do have some conflict in here. We've already kind of like built that out with, the crawl. If you remember the crawl, yes, it is Appalachian. You're right. But I always thought it was Appalachian for some reason. But the crawl themselves, for instance, let's just talk about the crawl for a second. If we scroll down here, if you don't remember, the crawl are actually like kind of like druids that are like, we are the purest form of being a druid, of a human, right? So like, you know, as society began to grow away from the founding tenets of the domain, some deemed themselves as higher beings, more in touch with nature and the animalistic urges that come within. They broke off and formed the Crawl in defiance of Venthana rule. So Crawl themselves look as themselves as like the apex predators. Think of it. And this is where when we talk about like world building, I always find it interesting that, or even just D&D in general, everyone talks about druids being these like, I am so sorry for the coughing, like the most like happy go lucky, one with the earth, very, you know, relaxed beings. And personally, I don't like that. I don't like that when it comes to druids. Druids, if you could control nature, and once again, it's a magic setting, but if you can control nature, you can turn into any monster you have, or any creature you have ever seen. Don't you think you would rule with an iron fist? So that's where the idea of the domain of Venthana came from, is that there's these kind of like wandering druids. Why have they wandered out? Why have they moved from other parts of Dracera? We don't know. I mean, I do, but you don't. I did not actually side with Kaga in BG3. I say Halson had to save it. Had to save the Grove, dude. 100%. Floating can of Canada Dry. It's magic Canada Dry. Check that out. But I don't know. As we kind of like work our way into whatever Aslos is going to be as a system agnostic thing, I want to kind of set it apart a little bit and have some druids with, you know, literal teeth. You know what I mean? It's cheesy, but it's exactly what it be, my friends. Aside from that, though, it's been pretty good, just kind of building this out and working from there. Sharp teeth, though, yeah, absolutely sharp teeth, always sharp teeth. But yeah, so we have the overview of the domain of Venthana now. We're talking about, we're living in a society, and you know, I've listened to a lot of my other GM compadres, and they say, hey, idiot, don't do a city campaign, which is interesting because I started to think about it. It definitely seems like it's a pain in the ass. So while yes, the domain of Venthana is going to be a little bit more of a larger, bigger, more advanced continent or faction, they will definitely still have your backwoods. So the idea here, and we kind of go over it a little bit in the aesthetics there, is right. You know, if you're closer to the coast, you're more of a civilized sense of living, and then the backwoods is more rural and roughing it. So I really wanted to play on the idea of the country backwoods lately, and this is my own thing, is like I've been getting really deep into Appalachian lore, backwoods, you know, cryptid stuff, and that's just like listening material. And so, you know, DM Dave said here, like, I think campaigns are fine as long as they're short term, like 15 to 20 sessions max. Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I'll say, Dave, too, at the same time, it's like, if you're from that town, if you're a player from that town, you're going to know the best things, right? So this is how I would approach it now. If a character, let's say, makes someone from the capital city in Venthana, I'm going to go to them and I'm going to say, hey, I want you to come up with the names of like the 5 best places to go in Venthana, or maybe that's a little too much. The 3 best places to go in Venthana. Where's the best place to eat, in your opinion? Where is the best place to hang out, in your opinion? And where's a place you don't want to go to, in your opinion? And then you collaborative world build from there. Because, you know, if someone came up to me and said, hey, Peter, where you live, what's the best place to get some food? I'll tell them one place. I know my wife will tell someone another place. My friends will tell another place as well. So there's, I think what I'm trying to get at is that it's very subjective living in a city. So you want to involve anyone who's been in that city or lived in that city to help world build it. And if there's multiple people, you get both in a call with them, or sit in person, you know, if you want to do it the old school way, and you talk about it, right? What do you think is the best place to go? Where do you think the best place is? Or what place do you not like? You can even do this in a small town setting, but small towns and small villages are a lot, I think, are a little bit more different. It's like, I don't know if you've ever been like to an old country, like old country town, and where everyone kind of knows everyone. I've been to those places, like, you know, through road trips or traveling and stuff. And first of all, it's a little creepy at times, you know, because everyone knows everybody. And then you're clearly the person who comes in and they're like, wait, who are you, my guy? And it's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's odd. But everyone will kind of know where to go. And there's only usually like 1 or 2 places that everyone would go, right? But the thing we need to know with the whole faction itself, or the whole region itself, I actually should have called it regions. We'll call it regions. Is like the style guide, the aesthetics. We have our druid inspired, we have our sprawling forest, we have our snowy regions, and we have close to the coast is going to be more of like a town feel, and the backwoods are going to be more back in like small towns. That there, we have a ton to build with. To begin with, right? We have the people, we have some hippie forest folk. Obviously, you're going to have that. You're going to have backwoods hillbilly. You're going to have, and there's also experts that are going to be living within tandem within nature kind of thing. I wouldn't call them hermits, but there would definitely be some hermits in this place, right? Landmarks, myths, entities, and important entities. What do you think? I'll pose the question to you all. What do you think would be like an important landmark or an important myth or an important entity to someone who lives in a kind of like a druid society? You know, I put ancient forest spirits, obviously, large rivers, large marshes, mystical river place, you know, ruins, landmark, biggest tree in the forest. Yeah, that's a great one, John. And it's very simple. It's very simple to kind of just get this down and work from this, right? So now I know that I'll probably make a sub, and once again, it's like sub pages within sub pages within sub pages of making like, so next thing is like, I'll make a let's just put it here. We're gonna add in a new page. We're gonna call this landmarks, right? We're gonna add in a table, and we're gonna call it natural landmarks. Big tree, large river, and you put the names in there. No worries, Draconic. Good to see you again. Appreciate you coming by, buddy. Thank you once again. But yeah, we have all this stuff here, and we kind of can go from here and start building out from there. 1 second. And going forward, So if you look in here, we have landmarks, blah, 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 blah. You can have a sub page within there. So I'm thinking we build out the landmarks kind of like the default view, which is this, and then we have the board, right? Which I do genuinely like for that. And I think the default view would kind of show the name, and the board would be like boss, blah, 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 blah. So we'll kind of mimic that. And that's why I really do like this lore keeper, because then I'm able to actually build and work around it in a certain way, right? So what I could do is I could just, you know, just duplicate that, and I'll duplicate it. I'm going to duplicate without the content and just put it up into the domain area and then link to it, because I'm not 100% when it comes to doing this stuff, but it's a fine, you know? I don't know why I got a notification saying my thing there. I know my thing's done there. So we'll just do landmarks here. And we'll change this to, you know, to be cool, like a building. And we will link this to this landmarks, and we will delete this, and we'll work into it. So you know that when you click this, you'll go into landmarks, which is fantastic. There we go. Anywho, let's continue going. And the nice thing is you can move this, drag this around, and we'll kind of go from there. But so here's the thing with world building in a new program. You're going to have to figure out exactly what you're going to do, where you're going to do, and how you're going to do it. But we'll figure that out as we continue to go on. But anyways, hold on. I just got to... No, cancel that. Sorry. Keep forgetting I have like one large screen with all the stuff on here. But yeah, so we have our landmarks. We have all of our things in there, and we can go from here. Cool. So we got our landmarks. We're good in here. And then I'll actually start transferring all this stuff over. So we'll change this to religious. We'll change this to social. What are some other tags that you think would kind of... So there's a religious, social. Oh, natural. Natural landmark. We can kind of go from there, and there's the no tags. Whoops. Natural. And then from here, we'll have big tree. Big tree. Large river. And we'll kind of keep going from there. So if you saw in the previous part, we had ancient forest spirits, large river, large marsh, mystical river place, which I think would kind of be put into this, ruins and landmarks. Let's add another tag here. Let's call this ancient, or yeah, we'll call it ancient. Or no, historical. Historical is probably a better name. Historical. Done in here. Up, up. Natural. Boom. Love it. Great. So we'll have like we'll have a ruined city. Kind of put in there, and then natural will continue to go from there. Large marsh. Change this. Mystical. And then for like the HP and stuff, I think we won't have these properties, but we can change these all around and kind of make a default in a way for creating things. So if you want to go like to new, right, you want to use this, and we can just put in, let's just put in you know what, let's just delete that, because then I can update this here. You can actually put in pictures. Why is commoner still here? Oh, we can change this to like boss, whatever. Let's just call this, we don't want the tags. You know what? That's a off-stream thing for me to do, to figure out. I feel like that's probably, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of this is boring, but we'll figure it out. Okay. So what? Oh, this is boring. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm trying to figure out what to do to make this a little bit more interesting, B10. But I appreciate you coming around here, buddy. We'll be the judge of what's boring. I really appreciate you, buddy. Really appreciate you when it comes to that. But now we can actually take this, and so the ancient forest spirits, they're not going to be there, right? We realize that they're not going to be in there, so we can bring this down and change this. We don't need this anymore because now that's all nested in the landmarks area, which is great. But if you look here, and I'm wondering how they did this exactly. I want to know what type of page this is, but anywho, I digress. Because if you look at this stuff, it's funny, they have a factions area on this. It's the Red Fist. I don't know why I find that name interesting. It's probably because I'm a child. But I think this type of page is... What type of page is this? What, B-Town? You didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. We're all good, buddy. Right, homie? What type of page is that? Let's figure out what type of page that is before we go any further. Let's do a new page. Templates. What do I think about the red skull? Kind of sexy. Ya heard. Welcome to Tired Peter, where Peter will be incredibly tired. I think it's a journal. No, it's not a journal. How are the sleeps? I will say my darling wife has been fantastic, and she'll take the night feeds for us to get ready for when I go back to work. And so I'll do the bedtime, and sometimes I'll do the night feeds if like he doesn't want to settle with me during that, and you know, we kind of go from there. But aside from that, we've been getting 7-hour stretches, thankfully, which we're very lucky for. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's been days where it hasn't been great, right? But we'll figure it out. How do they get pages like that? God damn. Let's change this. Projects? What's a Gantt board? A Kanban board. I had to continue to work the whole first 3 months. Yeah, so I've been lucky. I've gotten 10 weeks off through work, so it's been very, very good. Sorry, I'm trying to going through all these things and trying to figure that out. It's gonna be a pretty big thing when I go back to work. I'll tell you that. The 23rd. I might actually reach out to the creator and be like, what did you use for this? Because you're driving me crazy. Or you know what? I could just cheat and duplicate it. You know what I mean? As a sort of thing here. But anyways. This would be good for the domain event Thana thing. So you're all focused. You're here with me while I'm focusing out this in real time. But you see, this is like all written out here. You like this? Have you used it before, B-Town? This just seems like it's a normal document with a banner, you know? So this is Notion, which I'm apparently is very similar to this. It has AI, which is interesting. You've heard of this, okay. Good things, bad things. This must be a wiki. Just without all the bells and whistles and stuff. Let's just try it. Let's try it. It is free. It is free, my friend. So we know there's wikis in here. If we change that. The domain. It doesn't have an offline client, which is my downside to it. You always got to be online. Which is not cool, my dude. I mean, yeah, like 9 times out of 10, how often are you going to be offline here? You know what I mean? All right, well, we'll figure this out later because I'm obviously just making a dog's breakfast of this. I think we'll make a document on this here. Can I just change this into a heading? Perfect. No, you can't. Delete this. Delete. Delete. And then we'll bring this in here and kind of move from there. So I've tried this. I've tried World Anvil. Obviously, I've used Google Docs majority, and I haven't tried Obsidian yet. So I've tried 3 out of this. I like the look of this. I like the interconnectivity of it. It's just, you know, I got to figure out what makes it so, you know, better in a way. And obviously using what I've worked on here as well, right? To kind of go from there. So this would actually be really good for the journaling, because like, I mean, like, check this out. Template, to-do list, project and tasks, project and sprints. So you can easily make this. And if you want, you can go ahead and just wait until I get maybe a little bit of a discount here, because then you can actually just use this as your scheduler, right? You can have your session notes. You can have your calendar view where you have your calendars in here and everything like that. That's for Lorekeeper if you want it to be specifically based on this. But once again, totally up to you, right? I'm so far enjoying it. I do like it. It's just taking a little bit of getting used to. That's all. So add a quick page inside, but empty page. Cover. Nope. So I gotta figure out how the hell they change it into something like this. But I don't know if maybe I'm just, you know, being a little ridiculous on it. So what we can actually put here is like another region overview. And we can start talking about this, bring the aesthetics down. Get rid of this. We'll delete that actually. Because interesting is you actually have text blocks that you would make, right? And from here, we'll just, this is the domain of Ventana. This is a druid inspired region and country. Region within the continent of, and then what you're gonna do is I'm just gonna link it to actually no, we're gonna do it, we're gonna use a text one. And then I will just take this, I will link it, and I will actually link Drosera here. Perfect. So now if I need to, I can just jump and be like, okay, well, where's Drosera? This is Drosera, right? That's actually, see, that's what I like about this a lot. I reconnected with some friends that are doing something pretty cool. They're doing a loose, very loose hybrid campaign. Hybrid meaning, daily and scheduled in-person games. A month? Like once a month or twice a month? What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean by that, buddy? We have 2 meetups scheduled. Okay. Is it going to be like a West Marches? Wow, I like the no devices thing. Especially like sometimes it's hard. I mean, there are some people that need it to stay active and stuff. Awesome. That's awesome. I really like that a lot, dude. So actually, so we can take this. We're going to duplicate factions. Duplicate without the content. Yeah, maybe you should suggest them to get this to like organize, because it is I can invite you to this space essentially. And then what I'll do here underneath this is I will put in link to page, actions. Whoops, nope, that's the wrong one. Welcome to me figuring things out here. Oh, we want delete that. And we'll call this something like Venthanan factions. So we'll have like a group of, you know, a society of people, and we'll kind of put it in through here. Embed a sub page to this one. Watch me try and figure this out. Come with me, why don't you, while I figure this out. So this is the only downside I would say with this so far is this. Link to existing page. And Thon and factions. Just like trying to like actually like link to this stuff has been a little bit, see, like it creates a link within it when I'm trying to delete, or you can, or maybe I'm just an idiot, you can just drag and drop. This drag and drop, you know? The fuck is wrong with me? Makes no sense. Could have done that from the beginning. Past Peter was so dumb, and now new Peter is just equally as dumb. Okay, so we have the table here. Let's add a landmarks, a board. Actually, we don't need this. Wait, let's get rid of this. How you doing, by the way, DM Dave and Maritime Gamer? Too much of that liquor on the gums, bud. I'm not even putting it in the gums anymore. It's not even touching the sides. I had an old Irish guy I used to work at a butcher shop. His name was forgetting his name. He's dead now. I don't know why I said that. But anyways. He was he always be like at the end of work, he'd be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna or he was Irish, so it was not that. I'm gonna drink it so fast it's not gonna touch the sides. And he would just like, that means you're just throwing the drinks back. Not this Peter though. He knows how to drag and drop. He does. I was invested in this guy. Now I'm sad. I mean, I don't know if he's dead or not. And I don't know why I brought it up. You know, it's terrible. Terrible of me. I can... Here, let's ask. Hold on. Let me pause the music. I think it's probably best if we do pause the music, just out of respect for the family. All right, hold on. His name was Warren. Okay. So it's ringing. Hello? Miss Warren? Yes, you yeah, hi, you don't know me. I used to work with your dearly beloved deceased. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, I'm a little awkward on the phone. Question though. Yeah, I used to work with him. Sorry, what? No, I know it's I know it's 10 o'clock. But I don't think you understand. I kind of run a show here. All right. I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. All right. You don't know me. Okay. You do know me then. Yeah, that was me. That was me too. Okay. All right. So just cut the brass tacks here. How did he die? What? It was El Barbo. I don't know whoever. I don't know. Ma'am, I don't know. I don't know who El Barbo is. And frankly, I would never have connections with him either. Okay. I don't care if you saw someone with the same height and build as me running away. Okay? There's a mask. You can't prove it. Oh my God. A roundhouse kick? I gotta go. My God. Guys, that was close. That was close. Because let me tell you. If that somehow got back to me, I don't know. I don't know what happens when El Barbo shows, you know? He's a force to be reckoned with that I don't know. I really don't know. Y'all gotta help me with this though. Truly. This call didn't happen. The call's not going to be clipped. It's not going to be made into a short on the YouTubes. So we don't talk about El Barbo. El Barbo's in the wind, my man. Whatever El Barbo wants, El Barbo gets. Are you picking up what I put down right now? If El Barbo wants to barb in the bow, I don't know. Listen, you lose Peter when he gets super tired, and you get El Barbo instead. So I apologize with that. But who I don't know. Who knows? El Barbo. Sometimes El Barbo will show. All right, and I think just for all of our benefits, we don't talk about it. We don't bring him up right now, because if we keep talking about him, he's gonna show. I can't have that happen right now. Not in the middle of my world building. Okay. Not in the middle of it. I'm trying to figure out this fucking app. No, we don't talk about Barbo. We don't. Especially after midnight. It's like kind of like a Gremlins sort of thing. You know? Don't feed El Barbo after midnight. So in the world details, we're gonna have to start adding in towns and stuff, which I'm not gonna do on stream. That's not gonna be fun for anybody. I'll work those out and kind of work from there. What's that show? That thing, the Super Powerhouse, the Avengers, right? That's what it was called. Gremlins, yes. So let me ask you folks, would locations and landmarks be the same thing? You know? Let's just put a different one here, because it's just gonna... That's what the milkmaid. We'll save the position for the landmarks on that one. And the factions, I'll just use what they're there. For giving directions, landmarks, and locations, because what I'm gonna start to do is I'm gonna start maybe making like town pages and stuff like that to kind of go in from there. The aesthetics and whatnot, I think will keep as is through here. The people, I might move to a new page. I'm just gonna make a note. New page, question mark. Conflict, put in the Venthanen factions page. And we can put this in the region overview up here. The drag and drop is real nice. We don't need this anymore. Actually, you know what? That should go here too. I'll just put this location on the Venthanen map. You know, stuff like that. Fun stuff like that, guys. Neat stuff. Cool stuff. So if I... God. Getting a call. Put that on a potential new page, put that in the factions. So I'm not too sure if we're going to kind of have, I don't know if I want to kind of go with the shamanistic style with this town, just because, or this region. I just feel like the shamanistic thing is always like a redone trope. So I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of make druid punk happen. So I don't know if druid punk's an actual thing, or they have another word called like cottage core or whatever. And druid punk for me would be something more like an advanced society, but not like outside of the realm of fantasy advanced. That has kind of used nature to their advantage for building things. So maybe there's an updated version of the shamans that we can that we can kind of go in from there. But we're gonna have to put this in the factions So we can actually put these all into the factions right now. So there's we'll put a tag in here, and we'll call it counterculture because it goes against the culture of if we hey let's spell that correctly. Counterculture, fantastic. Let's put the Order of the Bear, and I don't think. Okay, so here I've really here. Let's I've really decided that. Put the microphone a little bit closer. I've really decided that fantasy names at times suck. Because how are your players meant to remember anything when it comes to your world if you're literally calling them the Valdandin Claw? Right, yeah, Beatdown, exactly. If you can't pronounce it, you don't care, right? So with this world, with this region, I've really kind of, yeah, we have the crawl in there, right? But and this is from my like reading things too, that the crawl itself, or like words that start with a K, or like kind of hard sounding words are instinctively felt as evil, right? But where something with soft are kind of related to women, and kind of there's masculine names and everything like that. So I think this time around there will be other names for the Order of the Bear, but I'm only going to refer to the Order of the Bear as that, right? Like Orsina is from the Order of the Bear from Crystal Arc. She doesn't have a fancy name for it. She was learning to become a den mother to rule the Order of the Bear. So that's it, right? That's my story. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Ugh. Yep. It's hard. It's hard. You know, just trying to get respect and stuff in this world. So no, I've been pretty good. How about you? Yeah? All right. Yeah, no worries. Shit, the stream's still on. Sorry. Pretty good TED Talk, thank you. Orsina is related to John Cena, yes, but like in a weird way. Let's go back over here. I figure the more it's very weird, but the more I do bullshit and to do random shit while I'm talking to you all, the more I get like focused on doing other stuff. So it gets the demons out. So what's a tag that we'll call this for the Order of the Bear? I called them archetypal forest spirits, but they're a faction. So maybe they met at a Make-A-Wish event. Pretty good chance. They didn't see him though. I know Orsina did not see him. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's believable, isn't it? Yes, I actually heard that, you know, and I didn't think much of that young man, but I do like him. I do like what he does. So Vanthonin factions, let's put that in. Let's put this in as archetypal. That's not a word. Is that a word? Is that a word? Very typical of a certain kind of person or thing. Maybe we'll call it a spirit faction. Let's just call it that right now. We can always change it later, because guess what? We can fix it in post. Ain't that right, Pip? He was great in Suicide. So I have seen Peacemaker, and that is way better than anything that's come out recently with Marvel. I'll say it, because James Gunn, I think James Gunn he understands it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jellybean? We have the Order of the Raven. We have the fuck. We don't have the fuck. That's so in French. That's a seal. So I haven't even watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Any you recommend, my friend? Order of the Wolf. Order of the Lupo. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. I feel like Taika, which I actually genuinely do enjoy Taika. I just feel like he kind of lost the plot when it came to Love and Thunder. And that was like kind of a, not just a groundbreaking decision. A lot of people felt like, you know what, they kind of screwed the pooch on that one. You get me? So we can put these spirit factions in, and then we have like the Venthon Wanderers or whatever, and those are like kind of like the higher ups. So here's the thing, B-Town. If you Ragnarok is actually one of my favorite Marvel movies for sure. I just think I don't know, man. Something happened to me when I was in there. You know what? I remember it. My TV started messing up at the day. Maybe that's why I kind of don't like Love and Thunder. So I'm actually going to delete the Adventures property. Delete this property for everyone. This property has a related property on Adventures, which will also be deleted. Can I hide it? I don't want it. Hide it. And maybe we'll put the player's characters if there's, if they're in there. Oh, actually, we can put a player character in there. This is actually great. Orsina is a part of the Order of the Bear, so I can put her in there. That's actually great. I think the saturation of the movie didn't do it justice. Yeah, for sure. Love and Thunder, worst comic adaptation from Marvel so far. Just too short. Lost the point of the God of Thunder run. I will also say they really undersold the villain, or really didn't deliver on the villain. Was not great. Not happy with it for sure. All right, now we can actually start putting this in. We can start editing it, my dude. So let's edit the Order of the Bear first. Yeah, he also was not human looking, which to me didn't sell it as much. But anywho. So wasn't he a symbiote though? My dear friend? Technically he was a symbiote. So what we'll put in this text document is details on it. Because then what I'll do is I'll take the stuff from here. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Put it in here. But look at that. There we go. Gore the God Butcher. That's it. And that is a great name. It absolutely is. So we can actually put the we don't have any locations in here yet, but now we've made the spirit faction of the stuff that we've already put there. You know, they're commonly the top order in Venthana among the spirit factions, and we'll probably come up with a name for it. So actually, there's another thing. If you're writing, and I saw a writer talk about this on YouTube. If you're writing things and you're not sure if you want to keep the actual name, put these little squiggly marsh the things in there. It'd be great to do. Maybe if you want to do. But we have the traits in there. We have general information there. And kind of go from there. So Orsina is one now. So Orsina was John Cena's brother, cousin, sister. You're back. Hey, friendo. Hey, dude. So actually, check this out. All right, now that you're here, I'll show you what I've done. So we've made, in our world details, we're actually working on this part of the continents. So if you go into this subfolder, here's where the information for this. And then if you click into here, these are the regions, and there'll be more regions in here. And then this will be the region that you go in here. And then there's the stuff here. I'm going everywhere here. And guess what? There's the region overview, and there's gonna be some kind of design style aesthetics that I can adhere to. But then if I also want to take a look at the landmarks, we can go look at here, like the religious, social, natural, historical, right? Or you can also look at it this way. In a way here, we're gonna have to change all these things, armor class, but that's all good, okay? The best thing here, though, is we can also talk about the factions and the factions that are within the domain of Venthana. We have our counterculture, which is the crawl, and we also have all these other things. So, my dude, what do you think? Aaron, what do you think? Tell me right now. Would you? So if you click in here, you can see that the Order of the Bears, and guess what? I can also be like, hey, I'm talking about this now, and I want to link to the Order of the Bear here, which is right here. Link to the past. Order of the Bear. Bam. Boom. There's the Order of the Bear, my dude. There it is. Don't make me bring out El Barbo again. You feel me? Don't make me bring him out again, because if he does come out, he will not leave. I do want to change this template, though. I think I will change this. Oh, Noah. He's like Beetlejuice. You know, only if, right? If you only kept yourself organized. I completely agree. And this is the start of me trying to organize everything. You know, it's no bueno. It's definitely no bueno. But we're out here. Where's my chat? Here we go. There's my chat. Haha. I'm glad no one can see the chaos that my campaign notes are in. Oh, Aaron, buddy, you gotta. This is a great thing to actually use. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So definitely check it out. So we're actually gonna make a new template, I believe. Press enter to continue with an empty page, or click 1. What's happening here? What did I do? Give it a second. Because you exist in 1995. Hey. No shame, brother. No shame. Soonish I'm gonna have to turn the old stream down and get going. Oh. What the hell happened here? Oh, damn. You can add all this extra information into the Order of the Bear with this. So we'll work on that, and we'll continue to go from there. Pen and paper is the way. It's just sometimes it just gets to me, you know what I mean? And then we'll put in like an icon, like a bear. Is there a bear? No. Is there a bear emoji? Oh my god. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll make actual proper ones. Raven. Crow. Bird. Yeah, I'll put the bird here. Yeah, finding things in mid-session is not fun, but if you have this would be great. Just remember KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Right? Hello there, Bobo Yodo. How are you today? You've joined us in the middle of world building. You've joined us from YouTube. I appreciate you from coming in on YouTube. We have Restream so you can see the chat and all that stuff. First time attempting to learn about D&D. Yeah, really? So what are you playing? You playing 5e? Or I'm assuming you're playing 5e. I don't want to assume. But yeah, we're kind of working on a world building sort of thing right now. Are you going to be playing anything in terms of, oh, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Are you playing a pre-made adventure, or are you going to be kind of going a little bit deeper in depth? Look at this. Twitch is talking with YouTube. YouTube's talking with Twitch, but don't tell Twitch because they don't like when I put the chats together there. What do you want to know, Bobo? You mind if I call you Bobo? I'm gonna call you Bobo. What's 5e? 5th edition? Yeah, I've been restreaming. Okay, so cool. But yeah, Bobo, if you're just joining us, I am building out a kind of a druid run society, which is called the Domain of Venthana. And they are all kind of like druids that have gotten together and built like a kind of a advanced society when it comes to nature and living within nature. I like to call it, I've been calling it druid punk. So I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of go from there. Peter is everywhere. Peter is everywhere, and I'm not allowed to be everywhere, but I don't care, all right? I'm not on the talk as well. I have to pay to be on the talk, and I'm not doing that right now. But I will. But I don't know if I want that in my life. So here's the thing, Aaron. Tic-tac is nice, but it isn't at the same time. There's a lot of frustrations that comes there. Also, Peter's arm's getting cut off a lot, and I don't like that. Here we go. It does sound fun. So, Bobo, are you did you want to learn D&D, or are you looking to DM, or are you looking to be a player? And how'd you find us, buddy? Did you find us through the YouTube algorithm, the Twitter, the Instagram? I don't know where I posted, or I don't know where Pip posted. So you've heard. Let me tell you. And also, hey, real talk right now. TikTok is soul crushing. It is, really. It is. I haven't posted there in probably about 40 days. And I am very happy that I'm not. You know? Always trust the kobold. Yes, always trust our lovely kobold here. We need a Pip. We definitely do need a Pip emote. I'll work on that. Yes, you want to be a player. That's cool. Well, honestly, from a player's, I'm a what you call a dungeon master, so those are the people that run the game. I don't know how acquainted are you with D&D? Do you watch any live play shows, or are you just kind of getting interested into it? I searched play D&D with me and found you. Can you be teacher? What do you want to teach me? Wait, has this all been a test? The cake is a lie? No, actually, so these are my Monday world building streams. They're coming back. Or just Monday. I want to call them like Monday Talks or something like that, because I don't know if we're going to world build all the time. I want to play games. I want to do stuff. Have fun times, right? Yeah, you can be taught. It's okay. Don't worry about it, Bobo. Yeah, you can be taught. We do have a Discord and whatnot that I think you can find in all of our videos on how to join. But yeah, so we have a bunch of people that kind of have played from varying levels of D&D. I've played for, gosh, since 4th edition, which has been some time. It's okay, Bobo. It's all good. It's your first time. Everyone's got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? And oh, Knights of Silvermoon. Stop it. I'm not amazing. I'm near amazing, but not amazing fully. You know what I mean? We watch you turn into an old man. I had hair when I started playing D&D. All right. Great hugger too. B-Town has had one of my hugs. Yeah, so Bobo, here, I'll give you kind of like the brief. Do I have a donor system? I don't have a if you're talking about on YouTube, I don't have a donor system on YouTube. I haven't worked myself up to getting like a membership sort of thing there yet. We're close. But I have Twitch, and you can follow there, or you can subscribe on YouTube. You can kind of go from there. But in our Discord, we do talk about D&D all the time. There's a lot of people who are learning to play, wanting to figure out what characters they want to play. But I will tell you, Bobo, if you want to learn how to play D&D, obviously we can teach you as much as you want to know here at D&D with me. But we also have I have some great videos on learning how to run a game. But also as a player, you can take a lot out of that too. I always suggest using D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond's fantastic when it comes to teaching you about using like the systems and making characters and whatnot there. Well, thank you, Bobo. Bobo, actually, you know what? Let me tell you right now, buddy. You are our 1400th. Right there, you're our 1400th subscriber. You're number 1400. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for becoming a Dungeoneer, buddy. But yeah, so get in 100%. Get into our Discord. A lot of people there to help you out in the dungeon area there. But looking to play, I would definitely say get into D&D with me. So shameless self plug. Watch episode 1 of the Crystal Arc. It gonna kind of show you how a game's kind of played. Obviously, it's live, so we're talking and we're telling a story. But the main thing is that at the end of the day, D&D is collaborative storytelling. You know, I'm going to tell you something and you're going to say, I want to do this. And we're like, okay, we'll roll the dice, see if you do it, right? You don't have Discord? Don't worry about it then. Check it out. B-Town, thank you for the being in both places at once. I really appreciate you. Yeah, and if you're enjoying the stream, definitely hit a like and a comment on the YouTube things. I don't know, just to help the algorithm. But Bobo, 100% watch the Crystal Arc episode 1. That is our live play, and that's going to show you how someone who actually, Orsina, who's the druid character in our game, she was very, very new to D&D. And you can kind of learn through her growth through there, learning how to role play, how to use your spells, how to roll your dice, all, you know, here. If you can make a character and roll dice for stealth and stuff, exactly. So here, Bobo, I'm gonna give you a little mini session here. I'm gonna set a scene and I want you to tell me what you're gonna do. Okay, Bobo, you find yourself in a large wooded area. Actually, sorry, let's get the music a little bit better. Bobo, you find yourself in a large wooded area. Trees surround you on either end. A path lays before you. You are on your way from a local tavern delivering goods. You received payment for your goods and you're heading back to your village now. Dinner is waiting for you and you are eager to get home. Now your character is walking through the woods and this little fella jumps out in front of you. He is holding a dagger and he says, "Give me your money." What are you doing? Or what would you like to do in that response? So what do you think about like what you want to do, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna go and do some of my world building over here. And this is how I like to introduce people to D&D, because at the very end of the day, it's about choice and working on those choices, and hopefully the dice, you know, work there. I say a sad backstory and make him feel bad for attacking me. Okay, so Bobo, you can do one of two things. You can just say that, or you can come up with this like ridiculous story and do that. But as a DM, I would say, okay, Bobo, I want you to roll a persuasion check. So if you would look at your character sheet, there'd be a little word that says persuasion, and it'll have like either like a -2 to a +2 for your first level character, essentially. And you would roll your dice, which is, I don't have my dice in front of me. It's a standard D20, the 1 to 20. And you would roll the dice, and I would set a number in my mind. So I'll tell you my number is 12. You have to beat 12 on a persuasion check to win. So you would roll the dice, and let's say you got 12 on the dot. You add your +2 to your persuasion, and you got a 14 in total. So I would say, Bobo, you successfully convinced Pip not to attack you. I think it's !D20 B-Town. Or if you failed under that, I'll be like, Pip doesn't believe you, and he goes to attack you with his knife, and I'll roll to attack to see if he hits you. It's stuff like that. It keeps going. Jeez, B-Town. You're getting stabbed by Pip, buddy. You're getting stabbed by Pip. Jesus, dude. Oh, man. You commit seppuku. Ridiculous, man. You're ridiculous. But we appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you for coming around tonight. Appreciate everyone who came out tonight. It was a very welcoming stream back, and I'm hoping I can bring some good content your way. You know, some for you all to laugh at, have a good time. You know, you're all great folks, Dungeoneers, and soon to be Dungeoneers. You did. No, you do. No, you. No, you. Okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to get angry there. But I want to, before we take off, I want to finish the Order of the Raven stuff here and the Order of all this lovely, lovely stuff here. So we'll put this in here, put text. Oh no, the details are right there. The highest standing in the Order of the Raven is the Rookmaster, which I think is I personally like it. I like it. I'm just going to delete this. I don't want this anymore. How do you join a campaign? So that's a great point, Bobo. There are things like Start Playing, which is a place where you can find games. There's Roll20 where you can find games, and there's D&D Beyond where you can find games. So you would make an account on these websites and you would say, hey, I'm looking to play a game. I'm new. And people would pick you up, or you apply to play games. Or if you have a group of friends around you that want to play, oh, this music is just, oh, sorry. You would apply to play these games, or if you have local friends, you would go and play the games too. Right? If you have your local comic book store, they generally will have D&D nights. D&D is getting popular enough that they'll have it there. You'll fight me? I'll fight you, and I'll fight you so good that you wish you didn't fight me, homie. So how about that, Knights of Silver Moon? Also, Knights of Silver Moon, fantastic other live play if you want to check them out as well. It's a good thing I'm living a late 80s night romance montage. I can bring out El Barbo right now for you. No problem, Bobo. I would say though, definitely check out our live play to kind of get an idea how the game's played. It's not for everybody, right? But it definitely is great to play, to at least try out. I always encourage people to just try it once, right? Try it. You might like it. You get me, buddy? Okay. One more for the spirit factions, and then we should be good. And then I'll actually probably do a lot more building out of but this is actually great because I'm going to be making a video on this soon on learning how to kind of use this program, and this has been a great night to use it, just to kind of get used to it, you know. Oh, we also have some very familiar names in here. And then we got to put a last name in here. Last name. Rookmaster Foreign. Last name. And Order of the Bear. I thought I had, oh no, hold on. Can I edit in here, please? Okay. Yeah, I saw people playing in the past. Thought it was fun. Good. Those that tried to look at him. There's a bad time for home video. Yeah. I'm going to go see if I could join a D&D match from YouTube. Yeah, for sure. Bobo, good luck, buddy. I hope you do. Why can't I edit this? I was chat intertwined through Restream, my good friend. All right, folks. I don't know why this is not working for me, but your boy has to go and feed his son. B-Town, I'm trying to take you out on a nice drive, my man, and you're not letting me do it. It's ridiculous. But folks, I do genuinely have to go for the night. I have to go feed the baby boy. Not this baby boy, the other baby boy. But I really do appreciate you all for coming out, watching on YouTube, watching on Twitch. If you're not on either of them, go follow either of them or follow both of them if you haven't done it yet. If you haven't, or if you have already, I appreciate you. And if you haven't, comment, liked, subscribed on the old YouTubes, ring that bell or whatever they say, put a little comment in there as well. But folks, it's been great coming back. Hopefully we can continue going and doing these and maybe making world building a little bit more fun. I don't know what to do with the socials and all that stuff, so I don't know if it'll work from Twitch, but maybe I'll try it from here. If you want to check us out, just exclamation mark socials, it might work. It does work from here. Cool. So I just learned that you can do kiss the babe. Yeah, for sure. I will say Uncle B-Town says good night, my dear son. No, I love you, Aaron. We'll say hello to the baby. But yeah, everyone, take it easy. Join us on Discord, check out our link tree, and bottom of my heart, appreciate y'all. And if I hope that 2024 is going to be a great time for D&D with me, in whatever shape and form. Shout out to all the folks here. Careful Cantrip, Knights of Silvermoon, and I can't do it all there, but if you've seen their names in the chat, please hit them with some love from me. Okay, we'll figure out how to do this. This is the first stream back, baby. But if you can't talk D&D with anybody, you can always talk D&D with me or Pip, this little shit. Bye, everyone.